I have a friend. 10 years ago he traveled to a remote island formation in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. He told me about these cliffs which rose immediately out of the stormy sea and created some of the most unique landscapes he had ever seen. The Faroe Islands. 10 years later, I decided to explore this remote island formation with Sarah, and so we rented a car to start our adventurous road trip. We explored one of the most unique places I have ever been. Huge waterfalls, scary cliffs and villages like from a Lord of the Rings movie. Have you ever seen such landscapes like this? It was the first time for me. This is a guide for a travel itinerary of 9 days to see the best stuff this island has to offer. I have 3 main goals for this holiday. First, I want to drink a national beer, I want to swim in the ocean, and lastly, I want to fly a helicopter. Yeah, you heard it right, a helicopter. It's amazing, this country. It looks like in a movie set, I don't know. Look at this landscapes, these cliffs, this color, and just the sea right there. Oh, I'm amazed. The first 2 days we were situated on the island of Vagar, where we explored the famous Mulafossur waterfall at Kallur and even saw a little puffin. Our base for the next 2 days was a little hostel called Giljanas Hostel in a beautiful little village directly at the sea. By the way, here there are more sheep than humans. That's the reason this island is called Sheep Island, or in Faroese, Faroe Islands. Another beautiful gem of Vagar Island is the biggest lake called the Sorvagsvatn, with its huge cliff Tjornuvik. The special thing is that the glacier here wasn't strong enough to build a passage with the sea, and so now the lake is above the sea and it looks something like an optical illusion. So, this huge scary cliff behind me, it's called Tjornuvik, and earlier the Vikings, they used to throw down the slaves or the people they couldn't use. Yeah, it's quite brutal. The first lesson I learned was on a little group hike. The weather here in the north is unpredictable and sometimes really bad. And so we headed north, driving across these surreal landscapes, green, grey and foggy. A really strange place for the Vikings to settle down here. We explored the volcanic beach of Saksun with its nearby cute village with grassy rooftops. The grass, by the way, is used as an isolation, and all the wood they used was driftwood from the sea. We then passed the biggest waterfall called the Fossa waterfall with 140 meters of height. The only thing to eat in a little village called Tjornuvik were waffles. So later we found a place where they sold fish and chips, and that's always really tasty. These ones were one of the best I had. Well, this is maybe the most cozy Airbnb here on this island. It's a little tiny house. You can see here is the room to rest, to eat. Here is the kitchen. And directly there is the ocean with a little harbor. And yeah, it's so beautiful. Så geiles. Yeah, it's raining again today. And today I think it's the whole day stormy and windy and rainy. So yeah, I think it's a good idea to just visit the beautiful little cafes here on these islands. Bad weather. But yeah, it's so cozy in our little hut here. I love it. The weather was bad. Hiking up to a viewing point wasn't a good idea, as it was covered everything in rain and clouds. We decided to head down into town to sip on a warm coffee. Well, let's go to Hattarvik. This is the ferry called Ritan. Yeah, the sea is going to be rough here on this part of the island. Let's go. Today's plan was to complete the second task, fly with a helicopter. To do that, we wanted to head to the most remote island and to fly back with the helicopter. The helicopters here are subsidized by the government because sailing with a ship takes a long time and the sea here is very rough. Yeah, it's cold today, freezing. Yeah, I can't imagine to live here. It's so remote and also a little bit sad, this landscape without trees and sun.
Love it.
They got a soft mouth, eh?
Yes, I never expected it like this.
And the that means he just wants more.
Oh. Yeah. Hi. Oh God, no.
Well, because we are here in the North Sea, we have here some fish in a can. Let's try it. Oh, it's really good. Badly, I couldn't complete my second task. Nevertheless, the next day was one of my favorite of all, going to the island of Kalsoy and hike to the famous lighthouse of Kallur. What an amazing place on the scary cliffs there. We visited the church with a grassy roof and enjoyed the view over the village of Funningur, and ended our day in the little village of Gjogv.
Good morning. I just booked us again a helicopter flight. I just hope that everything works alright. Let's cross the fingers. And yeah, let's go now to the port, to the capital, and find a beautiful little cafe. Let's go.
Yeah, I thought this is going to be the last chance to fly a helicopter. Normally they are too expensive. And yeah, so this time I booked again some flights. And I just hope that everything's gonna work alright this time. I found here a spot where I could probably enter the water. It's already freaking cold, my feet are almost numb. But yeah, let's go here into this freezing sea. Oh, it's cold! It was an amazing feeling, flying in this very strange aircraft. We landed in the island of Vagar, where it all began to do one last hike to the cliffs of Dunnesdrangar. guess this is the end.
Bye bye, bye bye.
So, that's it.